Welcome back to the shop. Well, today's Sunday. Had a bunch of errands to run yesterday morning, and we didn't get as much done yesterday as we wanted to. I had to make several trips to the hardware store for getting things and that, but we got this box built yesterday to put all my steel in. I don't know how well you can see it, but we put it on casters. I didn't video it, I just wanted to get it done, but my brother did make a video about it, so I'll post a link to the making of this steel bin. If you recall, I told you in the last previous videos I was going to make a wooden bin to put my steel in so it wouldn't be piled all over the floor. We've got our steel in here, most of it, but you see I can roll it out of the way to clean, and that's going to be very nice. It'll be easy to move around out of the way or whatever, and all my steel will be in there. That was one of the biggest messes I had in the shop. If you remember that old bench I had over there in the corner, and all that steel and springs and garbage was just piled on the floor in front of it. I was tripping over it and everything to get into to get at things on the bench and what have you. So that's gone. It's all in the box. We put casters on it. We made this box out of 3/4 inch plywood. We've got 4x4 posts in each corner because I wanted to make sure it was good and heavy to put the plywood on. So we've got the 4x4 post. It's made out of 3/4 inch. Got a heavy 3/4 inch plywood floor in it. It's going to be easy to roll around and all the stuff in it. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to if you want to see the video of us making this box yesterday. My brother made a video of it, so I'll put a link in the description for that. So today we're going to get, we've just got a little more trim to do on that back wall and finish up this wall. We're going to get all this junk out of here and put it out in the driveway and knock out the rest of that trim and then clean this thing out really well. We've got these 2 metal shelves I want to put in here in place of that old bench. We're going to kind of clean those off and paint those. It takes 10 minutes to dry, so it's not a huge deal. We've just kind of been using this one here as our little sawhorse to cut our boards and what have you with. So once we get this shop cleaned all out and get all this stuff out of here, get this trim finished up, we're going to lay a tarp down in here and paint these shelves. They only take maybe a half hour to be dry enough to use them. So then we can get them set up where we want them, push that bench back, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have this shop all done, cleaned out, everything put back in its place and organized. So stick around and let's get with it. All right, guys, here we are. We have got the entire shop paneled, trimmed, all the way around here. My brother is putting in the last piece of trim over there because he's got to screw it to the wall. It's so out around we can't get it to nail with it that much of a bend. It just keeps bouncing. So yes, the trim is up. We just used the same fir strips that we put up on the wall to mount everything to. We just used them as trim, and we tried to put as many of these live edges as we could. You know, just kind of gives them more of a rustic shop look, I guess you'd say, but it's coming out pretty nice. All the trim is up, all the paneling is up. Got the window trimmed and framed in there with the same stuff. So it looks pretty good. We put those live edges down. I think that looks pretty good. And it wasn't just crappy lumber. I bought those that way so that we could put those live edges down and have a kind of a rustic look. So shop's pretty empty right now. Now we're going to get this thing cleaned out. We're done with the trim. Going to get this shop cleaned out, and we're going to take this and clean it off. I got to sand a little bit on the shelf. And the other shelf we've got outside over there, we're going to get these in here after we get this cleaned out. We're going to lay the tarp down. Then we're going to paint those. Then we're going to start putting things back. We got all that mess out there. We got to put back and clean all the crap off of everything and bring it back in and organize everything now. So we still won't be completely done. I don't have places to hang my belts yet and things like that, but we're getting there. We got to get this whip and get all this stuff back in here tonight. So stick around. We got a lot more to do. If you haven't subscribed yet, reach down, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment if you want about what we're doing right or wrong, or what you think about it. So stick around. Let's get this done. Well, alright guys, we didn't get done today again, as usual, but we're right there. All we got to do is just clean things now as we bring them back in. We got to finish one more of these shelves. Like this one, we cleaned this one up, sanded it off a little and painted it. And then we've got the bigger one that over here that we still need to do the same thing to. But for the most part, the shop is all cleaned out, everything's out there, but we still need to clean all that stuff before we actually store it back in here. So we're just going to bring it back in the garage and we'll finish all this up next weekend. But we got a pretty good, got all the trim done and got this mess out of here, man. There was a ton of wheelbarrow of dirt in here. So we'll just kind of show you what we got. So here's what it looks like. Got that table out of there. These walls are all done. We were painting the shelves on that tarp. The forge is gone, the anvil's gone, everything's out. Everything's clean now again and neat. The floor is clean. We got this shelf painted like I said, and the other one's going to go right there on that wall. Then we'll put the toolbox right here beside this shelf, I believe. So that's where that'll go. Here's the other one. But it's getting too late. It's Sunday night and it's dark 30 and still got to eat some dinner and get ready to go to bed. So we just got to drag all this crap back in for right now. There's a lot of stuff out there to bring in. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? But we'll have it all finished up next weekend other than the wiring. So that's where we are. And hopefully one more weekend we'll be done. Of course, I don't think we'll be done with the wiring and everything, but hopefully we get most of it done. So hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining on the little journey. Hit that subscribe and like button if you would, and that'll help me out. And be safe when you're working in your shop, and we'll see you on the next one.